So now this second part of the video, this will basically help you with some more types of question. Let's say a little more complicated, you can say, or with a little more detail. Let's start with this. The first question says that a profit on a certain refrigerator is 35% of the cost price, right? So we know that the profit percentage is 35%, and of course the cost percentage is always is 100% until it is mentioned something else. So profit, cost, or let's say we'll do the same order as we've been doing before: cost, profit, selling price, because we have to find both actually. So let's do one first. Here my cost is, I know, 100%, my profit is 35%, and if they say that if the profit is $280, so I'll write $280 here. This is my dollar column, this is my percentage column. $280 here. I have to find the cost price and the selling price. So let's fill it up. This is 100, this is 35, this will become 135. Let's write x here first, and I'll make a ratio out of these two, right? I'm doing the cost first, so I'll make a ratio out of this. This will be 35, I'll cross multiply, right? Obviously, right? So 35 into x is equals to 100 into 280. X is equals to 100 into 280 upon 35. This is $800, right? This is my cost price, right? I can also do a ratio here. Let's say I'll keep y here. I can also make a ratio here, but then I don't need to do this. Why? Because we already know that selling price is cost plus profit. So cost is 800 and we already have profit, which is 280. So I can simply say that I can find it like this without forming a ratio, because we have two different values available here. Alright, let's move to the next part of the question. It says to make a profit of 30%, and the article must be sold. Okay, there's this confusion here. It says be sold for 390. Find the cost price. Again, उसने मुझे selling price दिया. They have given me selling price. So I would say, because it says sold for 390, right? Let's make data here. Again, cost, profit, selling price, right? Cost, I don't know. I have to find. Percentage, I know. This is 100%. Article must be sold for 390. That means the selling price will be $390. I don't know what the percentage is, but I know that it says that the profit of 30%. So this means that 30% is my profit, 100% is cost, and obviously this will be 130%. I have to find x, so I'll use this and this to form a equation. So cross multiply x upon 390, 100 upon 130. X is equals to 100 into 390 upon 130. Let's find the value. It is $300. So the cost price is $300. Okay, I hope this makes sense to all of you. Alright, again, question number, whatever the question is. Okay, a shopkeeper buys 300 identical articles at a cost of 1500. He actually paid 1500 for how many articles? 300 articles. So of course for one article it will be 1500 upon 300. That means $5 is the cost price of one article, right? He sold half of them at a profit of 15%. This would mean half, matlab iska half is 150 articles at 15% profit. Yes, and 150 articles, I mean the remaining half, at $6 each, right? Okay, let's find the total profit first. The total profit can be, okay, if I say 150 articles at 15% profit, let's find out the selling price first. So cost is $5. Profit is, I know that 15% of 5. Let's find it out. 15% of 5 is 0.75, I believe. Yes, 0.75. So what is my selling price? 5 plus 0.75, which is 5.75. And he sold how many articles? He sold 150 articles on this. So 150 into 0 5.75. This gives me 150 into 5.75 is 862.5. Right, this is what I did for half of them. The rest of the half is, let's come here. Alright, 150 articles at $6. This I can clearly do. So the total selling price is 150 into 6, which is $900. Right? Let's do the total first. Why am I doing the total first? Because it says find his profit percentage, the total profit percentage. And for that, I need to find out total cost, which is $1,500. Total selling price, which is 862.5 and 900, because he sold half at this and half at this. So 862.5 plus 900 gives me 1762.5. So now what is profit? Profit is selling price minus cost. 1762.5 minus 1500 gives me $262.5. What do I have to find? I have to find percentage profit. Percentage profit is going to be profit over cost multiplied by 100. So 262.5 divided by 1500 multiplied by 100 will give me 17.5%. Okay. Here I have two more types of questions, which looks a little complicated, but they're not as complicated as it may seem to you. Let's read each one of them individually, but also when you're reading the question, the trick is that before you, instead of reading the entire question altogether, always read it in sections. And when you read it, make sure that you are jotting down the data, either below the question or maybe highlighting it in the question only. So let's say it says a shopkeeper bought 20 dozens of apples at 6 per dozen. Okay, so basically he got 20 dozen. 1 dozen was $6, so his total cost is $120. All right, then it says that 20% of them were rotten. He sold them at 90 cents each. Now since he is talking about each, let's also find the cost of each one, or maybe okay, but since if I find the cost of each article, or let's say each apple, and then I do the selling price of each apple, each article, there'll be a confusion. The confusion is that it says 20% are also rotten. The rotten apples cannot be sold. So what would you do of those apples? So now here's a difference here. The difference in this question is that you are buying more but you are selling less. But of course, the remaining that you're not selling are basically rotten. So these are also an expense to the business. That means that cost will also be taken away from the selling price of the articles that you are selling. Okay, I'll explain it to you while I do this. So I've got total cost. Okay, then it says, how many apples do I have? I have 20 dozen, and every dozen has 12 articles, obviously 12 apples. So 20 multiplied by 12 will give me 240 apples. Right, these are the apples that I bought, that the shopkeeper bought. But how many apples will he be able to sell? Let's find out the rotten one first. So 20% of them were rotten. That means 240 into 20% will give me 48. He bought 240 apples. 48 were rotten. So how many is he selling? He is selling 240 minus 48, which is 192. So he will sell only 192 apples. I got the total cost. Yes, I got them. What is the total selling price now? Total selling price is 192. He's selling each one of them at 90 cents. I have the entire thing happening in dollars, so I'll change this also in dollars. Let's change it so this becomes $0.9. So I would say 0.9. 192 into 0.9 will give me 172.8. Now, total cost, total selling price. Can I calculate total profit? Yes, I can calculate profit. Profit is going to be selling price minus cost price, which is 52.8, I think. Right? This is my profit. It said profit percentage. So when I have to convert it to percentage, I would say profit upon cost price multiply by 100. This gives me 44%. Okay. I hope this is clear to everyone. Let's move further. Now this is the second type of a question where it says that the grocer mixes 2 teas to make one. He bought 5 kgs of type 1 at 15 per kg. Let's write it down. So let's say kgs, type, cost. Okay, I'll move it a little bit here. Okay, let's talk about type 1. He bought 5 kgs. What was the total cost? 15 per kg. So that means 15 into 5 will give me 75. This is my cost in dollars. So I'll write down dollars here. Okay. Then, and he bought 3 kgs of type 2 for 25 per kg. So I'll write it down. 3 kgs, sorry, this is type 2, 3 kgs. Again, 3 into 25 is also 75. So I did 3 into 25 and I did 5 into 15. Okay, depending on what it was. Let's make it total. So I got 8 kgs at $150. Fair enough? Let's move further. It says the mixture was sold for 21 per kg. 21 per kg. Find the profit percentage of the cost price. Let's do it now. So I have 8 kgs at $150. Let's find out the cost of 1 kg. Cost of 1 kg will be 150 upon 8, which is 18.75. Okay. Selling price of 1 kg, $21 given in the question. Okay. Then profit is selling price minus cost price. Now this is 4.5. No, 2.25. Sorry. Dollars. What do I have to find? Profit as a percentage of cost price. So profit as a percentage of cost price. This means 2.25 as a percentage of cost price. The cost was 18.75 into 100. So 2.25 divided by 18.75 multiplied by 100 will give me 12%. This is my part A. Part B says profit as a percentage of selling price. Okay. So profit as a percentage of selling price would mean profit upon selling price. What was my selling price? 21 into 100. So I would say 2.25 divided by 21 multiplied by 100 gives me 10.7%, something like that. Alright, so the key here was that, see, if the question says that you have to find a profit percentage, so by default you will always take it on cost. But if the question has mentioned something else, for example, here there were 2 different parts where the question had asked you first to do it with the cost price and then to do it with the selling price. So you will do it separately. When you have to do it on the selling price, then your denominator will be the selling price. And also the second thing that you have to make sure is that when you are taking the profit for 1 kg, you will have to take the price for 1 kg also. So it can't be like I couldn't have taken 150 here because that was for 8 kgs. So the ratio when you are creating it has to be of the same value. So 1 kg, the cost price of 1 kg, the selling price of 1 kg, and then the profit of 1 kg. Had it been all together, then you would have done cost price of 8 kgs, selling price of 8 kgs, profit of 8 kgs. That would also have given you the same thing here. But if you're doing it for 1 kg, that's more beneficial here. All right.